Someone, Drake. Anyone? Hmm? Got him. Got him. Everybody, welcome to a little discussion stream. A day late. Sorry about that, but we're here now and an hour late. But don't worry, this stream's going to probably go on for at least minimum 2 hours. Because we've got a lot. I've still got many things that I want to say regarding Cobra Kai's ending, and I know the gentleman here with me as well also have a great plethora of things to say too. Give a massive shout out to our boy Kanan, Danny, Darius, and me. Lyrical genius. But before we get too deep into it, and I'll mention this a bit later on as well when Mr. Ryan Johnson appears, I want to take this moment because I've been in a space of reflection. I'd say the last, hey. Speaking of, okay, Shamoon's cameo. I've been in a space of reflection the last, day or so, and I want to take this moment to say Cobra Kai is great and it's fantastic, and I'm grateful for getting a kick-ass, badass show. But the one thing the show did that will extend past the show's tenure is create this. Now, obviously, I created this, of course, but this prompted all of us to talk and get to know each other and get to know one another. And the Kings of Pop Culture legacy is rich, and it's only just beginning. And Cobra Kai was the absolute catalyst for it. And that's one thing I'm always going to be eternally thankful to the show for, especially coming off the back of, like, obviously we can't say the word of what it is because YouTube will flag it and I'll get demonetized. So that the C word and the P word. But we all know the time frame of when before season 3 released.
So
we know
you're talking about the Jackie Chan virus?
Yes. Damn. So damn. So damn. So we knew what kind of world we were living in then, and it was a rough time for everyone. And that season 3 trailer dropped, and everything changed. And that's one of the reason why even when the show ends, Cobra Kai will always hold a special place in my heart, because who knows where we're going to go from here. And we built such a thing in the with the chat and the people, and a rapport with the people who watch us, that they know what they get when they come here every week. And with the plans I've got for my channel going forward into this year, there's going to be some wholesale changes. So we're going to be going even bigger. So think of that scene when Kreese and Silver in the flashback talking about going global. Hey, I'm in that headspace this year. So Kings of Pop Culture going viral. And I tell you what, the roster of people that we have, we've got the actor, the filmmaker, the legend, the chosen one. I'm a master of everything. Context and nuance as well. We've got the sound and production guy over here, true Scottish representation, the best up and coming screenwriter in the game. And we've got the man that constantly spits facts and is just the OG representation of what it was to be a nerd before it became mainstream. Down there. And obviously, there's more I can say about the others, but we'll be here for 3 hours. So by and large, there's a lot I'm grateful for the show, but the show aside, it's given me this, and that's what I'll always cherish more than anything. So big love to you three and everyone else in the Kings of Pop Culture squad. We move forward, and even when season 6 is done, it ain't the end. We're still here. Unlike other people, we're still here. So, that being said, Cobra Kai Season 6, the final season. Now, everyone knows kind of roughly where I stand on this. I had all 2 hours talking about it day before yesterday. Who would like to go first? Who would like to express their feelings and thoughts on this? Because
we can prove RJ wrong by having the white guy go last this time.
I don't know if you guys saw that.
I did
it. At the end of my chosen live, when I brought Evan and I brought RJ and Adam on for a little cameo at the end, RJ was like, "You can let the white people go first. I'll go last, like always." So it brings it. I was like, "Damn!" I was like, "Yo."
So you're saying RJ went to the back of the bus?
Is he in favor of?
Man, okay.
I didn't say that. Disclaimer. I did.
Yeah. Oh, it's all right,
say that.
YouTube. I said it,
I-
not Jacob.
I didn't say it.
I said it. See, it's fine when I say it, right?
You know, cancel culture says, "Aha! I knew it."
All the people are like that want to get dirt on me are like,
you
I
see
got
this,
him.
you see this,
I got
right?
him.
I can say that. You see that, right? Yeah. Cool.
There's all the people that are like waiting for my downfall. Like, I got him. I knew it. It's like I didn't say it. The thing is, this is why the Kings of Pop Culture is so good. Is we are a diverse group from many different walks of life and different backgrounds. It's true representation that Hollywood can't seem to get right, even though they've been working on it for 20 years.
And we say what's on our mind. Say what's on our mind within reason.
Absolutely.
Of course.
And we also have the ability to say what the other side can't say. So you guys can say things that we can't say, and we can say stuff that you can't say, and no one can cancel anyone. So
Exactly.
but yes, I mean, I'm just saying, you know, for those that assemble groups on the internet, this is how you do it.
Who is going first though, for real?
I
suppose we could go Adam and then Adam, Darius, and then Danny. Go in that order.
Yeah, right.
Whatever works for you guys.
I was
Go
gonna
ahead,
say, like,
Whoever wants to
guess
go,
what,
just
guys?
go.
I guess I'll go first. You know, Black people first, right? It's almost about to be Black History Month, right?
Power to the
You
power
know
to the
what? Then
people.
go on then.
There you go. That's it.
Go on then.
It's like,
Go on then,
I'm
bro.
still mad we couldn't get January and February, but you know what? That's a whole nother.
You know what?
stream.
We got MLK Day, so close enough. You know, whatever. That's the thing.
Oh my god. Hey,
That's a whole-
in the chat.
You know what?
You guys
You know what?
I'm
You know
gonna
what?
do. Oreo.
You know what it is.
Anyway, okay. So my thoughts. Okay, right. Okay, so how I feel about season
I had the
6.
dark savory, Darius.
How I feel about season 6. Oh my goodness, guys, it's finally here. Like, it is finally here. I never thought. I was thinking that we might get a season 7, but I guess we're gonna start at season 6. So, man, dude, it's like a it's like a bittersweet thing, man. Cause like, by all means, I'm happy that it's stopping, because now we can stop with the dumb theories, because some of y'all guys out here wilding, dog. Like,
I'll tell you
know
what, right on that. Sorry to cut you off. Just the year of theories. Whoa. Go.
You know what I'm about
in.
to say? I had to say this one thing. A lot of people are going to make a lot of money in this last year, and they're never going to make a dime again. If you know, you know.
So expect people to be. Oh wait, you're just shilling for Cobra Kai. Oh yes, look at this. I've got a check right here. It's $555. It says, "Hey, thanks for shilling like a villain."
Y'all are getting paid?
Catch that later today.
Y'all getting paid for this?
Yo, whoa.
Where's my check?
I'm still trying to figure out on the check, because you know Jacob ain't breaking some of the ad revenue around with the Kings, but anyway, back to the
I got tuition, bro. I need a
back onto the subject. You know, I'm just saying, like, we need to get like contracts or anything.
I was saying that in my stream day before yesterday. I want Miguel.
Yeah, man.
I'm a real I want it, Karen.
It's like, yeah, man. Like, some of the theories, it's gonna be gone. Like, some of y'all guys want the drama. It's gone. Thank God for season 5. We're gonna be focusing on the tournament, the Sakai Taikai, or whatever.
As Mitch would say, yeah.
I mean, and it's like Jacob said, like, this show brought us together. Season 3, bro. Season 3. This is how I found Jacob. It was like somebody posted the Kreese versus Johnny versus Daniel fight on a post.
Oh, yeah, I remember. It was literally that fight, and we engaged in the comments section. Yeah.
Yeah. You say, like, this is like Star Wars and Karate Kid 3 mixed together or whatever, and then, like, Jacob hit me up in the comments, hey, yeah, man, I love Star Wars or whatever. then like I saw saw Jacob's stream on my feed or whatever. I said like, oh, that's the dude that I talked to the comment section. And then like Jacob was like playing video games and like talking about Cobra Kai. And then the history is the rest with the Sam Let's the Go stuff when we came up on the thing. Man, listen, bro, it's gonna be really different. But don't worry, the King got your back because there's some more stuff. Like even once Cobra Kai is done, I got the fans. I already talked to Jacob about this a couple of months ago or whatever. So like I gotta like refresh his memory on some stuff. But
Yeah.
Anyway,
Yeah.
I mean, what are we gonna like? How are we gonna do this? Like, we're gonna talk about like season 6, or like everybody's just gonna give out their thoughts, and then what we gonna theorize after that?
Yeah. Absolutely, we can just do that.
Okay. So I'm gonna give it to Darius to see how he feels, and then
everyone gets like a little. Everyone gets one. You get one.
This is see, when I first saw it, I thought this is how the internet is nowadays. When I see something like this, my first instinct, oh, that's fake, just because of the BS that people spread out there.
Oh yeah, I agree.
Then I saw it was from Netflix's official account. I was like, oh, okay. And I watched a little trailer, and like there's that moment where your hype is like, oh, new season's coming out. Then you're watching the trailer, and it's like you see it goes through biggest season, and then you see final season. You're like, oh, and then that hype leaves, and then you're like, oh man. And it's not because I'm not excited. I couldn't be more excited, but it's just it is bittersweet. It's like this is the first show that I mean, obviously I've like watched and completed shows before, but this is the first show that I've completed like alongside like friends like this, like, and this show did bring us together, and it was there for me. I did find it at a time where I needed it, and I don't think that experience is ever going to be replicated. Like show, in my opinion, will never be replicated. There might be shows that come along that are better. There might be better written shows, but there's not going to be another show that made me feel like this, I think.
I agree.
And like I said, there's a lot to be that we're going to lose when we lose this show, but it will, like, I can't, how do I put this into words? I am glad to some extent because I don't want to see this show become a shell of itself like a lot of shows do when they get dragged on for way too long. Walking Dead's another one where it just became a parody of itself. In the end, is just like, okay, what's even happening anymore? I don't want to see that happen to this show because I love the story. I love the world. I love the characters. I love the cast. I don't want to see the cast saying stupid lines because the show is dragged on too much. Like, I don't want to see that happen to them. And I think this is the right move. As much as I have my misgivings about Netflix, people that are saying that that Netflix canceled the show or this is Netflix's fault, that's probably, I don't know for sure. There's no way to know for sure, but that's probably not what happened. Netflix has been pretty hands off with Cobra Kai. Pretty much let the big three do whatever within reason. So like,
they would probably rather it continue.
Yeah, if anything, they want to milk it to death. Considering
Stranger Things going out as well, so that's two big series is going out.
You think Netflix wants their two biggest shows to end in the same year? I don't. They don't want that to happen. But
we'll go for business.
The big three, get on the big three.
Just they will market Cobra Kai better, but that's another thing.
That's another story. But the big three, good on them, because I know a lot of people were like, a lot of these creators would sell out. Like they'd be like, they see the check from Netflix and be like, oh yeah, 3 more seasons, let's go. I guarantee you, Netflix put that check on the table and said, "Yo, we're gonna go for 3 more seasons," and the big three probably said no, and I respect that because a lot of people would have folded. I mean, as much as I like to say I wouldn't have, I might have. Everyone's got a price tag, all right? Like, come on, man.
Show business. Everyone has a price.
Like you can say no, but then you get 3 more zeros, and it's like, okay, maybe.
It's like Lord
like,
Beckett
I
said.
think I can find a story out of this character right here.
It's like Lord Beckett said. He said, "Every man has a price he will willingly accept, even for that which he hopes to never sell."
It's just good business.
But I respect that. The big three seem like they held their ground, and we don't know what the future holds. Like other people have said, season 6 might not be the end. We might be getting a movie. We might be getting a season 7 in however many years. But if this is the end, like I'm pumped. I'm excited. And like I said,
What a ride!
A lot of people on YouTube are going to make a lot of money off these theories for the next year. But after that, the well is going to dry up. The well is drying up after that.
We'll have
it's
to
going to
find
be
some
glorious.
shows.
I can't wait to see it happen. I'm sorry, I can't wait.
I'm here for it. I can't wait. And and the thing is, I really couldn't give a frog's foul ass if there's any consequences for saying it now, because I'm gonna say what The Rock said to CM Punk in WWE, right? When he came back to get the title, he was like, "Time's up."
Yep. You were on borrowed time, and the time's up.
And the time's up. Sorry, it may sound egotistical and harsh, but there's a truth to this where I just can't wait, because then also it allows Cobra Kai to really embed itself in the pop culture zeitgeist. And I've seen this happen with shows before, where when it ends, people will discover it new, fresh, and then it will get even more appreciation as time goes on.
It happened to Daredevil. Daredevil fandom got bigger after it ended.
Oh, yeah. Breaking Bad, one of the best shows of all time. Sopranos, one of the best shows of all time. I didn't start watching Breaking Bad till 2 years ago, and I didn't start Sopranos till a few months ago, and they're freaking amazing. So media's
now,
forever,
because now people can binge like the whole series, and you don't have to wait for it anymore. So
you've seen the reactions on YouTube, like with like people who go and react to like old movie series, or there's people who react to the Clone Wars from like season 1 to season 7. You know, and then it gives it even more exposure, and it brings it to new audiences. It will happen with Cobra Kai.
Yeah,
it will. And I'm grateful for a lot with this show. And
happy birthday, Cool Game Boy.
I'm most grateful for introducing me to these guys and some other ones that are not here at this present moment. But yeah,
free.
Thank you, Big Three, and YouTube Red. Because YouTube Red played a role in this too.
Shout out to YouTube Red. Yeah.
Before it died off, but whatever.
Yeah, it was here to come and go kind of thing, but
I wasn't paying for that. I'm sorry.
No.
Allegedly, right?
Right, yeah. Hypothetically speaking, I might use some alternate means, but
hypothetically speaking, we're obviously not endorsing that, you know, because
side of why-ho,
or should I just say yo ho if you know, you know.
Yeah, Johnny Depp movies are crazy, right? Like
don't give it up, Lupe, keep dreaming. Don't give it up, Zoe. Sorry.
Wait.
Hey, that was the old One Piece. That was the old One Piece opening song. Like, it was so horrible. It was a rap song, bro. It's so horrible, dog.
Oh God, why'd you remind me of that? Jesus.
No.
That's all I was
to One Piece, but I'm on episode 10 of Blue Exorcist. Shout out to my
Blue Exorcist is good.
But I tell you, I'm liking Blue Exorcist. Hey, Ren is my guy. Like that's my dude right there.
Ren is that dude.
Ren and the Matrix dude with the glasses. Those three are my boys. Like that's just
that's all I had to say. For now, that's it.
Oh, Jacob, when you have if you get time, and this is on Netflix.
What?
Watch this Vinland Saga.
Oh yeah.
Ooh. What's it about? Let me have a little look. See.
Vikings.
It's about Vikings.
This is why the King of Pop Culture will still be here when Cobra Kai ends, because we like other stuff. Vinland.
It's about the opening is lit too, bro. Like,
does it hook you from is it one of them kind of shows that hooks you from the opening?
Yes.
Yeah. It's violent as hell too.
Oh, right up my alley. Oh, I'll be checking that out as soon.
I'll be checking it out too.
And most of the characters are.
You know what? Do you remember?
We're taking a little brief off of Cobra Kai for a minute.
When I brought your,
I'm telling you right now, this like I met the director of this show, and like I even told him, like, bro, how come Thor: Love and Thunder did not pick you up, dog? Because he got this Norse mythology thing on.
See what I'm saying? Everyone's like, oh, they make it so boring. Not if you got the right people behind it.
Let's just say most of the characters in the show are not great people. Let's just say that.
Ooh.
It's good. And watching the English, because they got the Norwegian stuff down pat.
Do you remember, Danny, when I mentioned Castlevania to you the first time? You're like, oh, no, man, I'm like an anime connoisseur out here. I'm not going to let Jacob out-anime me. I was like, well, it wasn't my intention. I'm in Warby.
Dude, watch Vinland Saga. Chat, watch Vinland Saga. It's a good series. Like
I'm straight entry level for like anime stuff, like Naruto, Dragon Ball. I know that stuff. Beyblade, if you can count that. But I never like when it comes to the broader stuff. I never really got into all that, you know. So
yeah, it's not good. I'm just saying, watch Vinland Saga right after.
Once I finish Blue Exorcist, then I'll get on that.
Man, it's good. 24 episodes, like in the first season. Like the second season just started, but they don't have the English dub out.
Black Lagoon as well. Black Lagoon was good.
Lagoon was good. Oh yeah, Adam, back to you, man. I'm sorry, we took a little.
If RJ's watching right now, then RJ, you should be happy.
Exactly. Also, to be fair, I'm not arguing against that because I have Scandinavian heritage, so I'm loving the sound of the show as it is, and hell yeah. So I'm probably gonna watch that myself. As an anime fan myself, I actually watch a lot, but don't tell people that I don't like the fandoms. Yeah. So right, so Cobra Kai season 6. Well, when I first found out, I was just casually.
What?
I was just
gonna buy you one of these, Darius, for Christmas.
Oh yeah, I need one.
Carry on, Adam.
So Cobra Kai season 6. When I found out, it was actually just scrolling through Instagram, and I was like, "Oh yes, finally season 6!" And then it was like the final season, and I'm like, everybody else obviously has this sore spot for it. For me, I'm just happy at this point because I was worried they were either going to overdo it or they were going to use this time to do things that we've seen in the past that we're not quite fond of. I'm hoping that we don't see any other relationship drama going ahead because there's no time for that now. Because I do not want to see another. You broke my heart. You broke me too. No, we don't need that. Leave that back there and never bring that back up again. Just don't bring it back up again. But at the same time, it has done a lot for me because I got into the show, and then through that, I was randomly checking Cobra Kai stuff out on YouTube like everyone else, and then I found Strike First Media, then I found Cobra Kai Nation, and then I found Jacob, the man himself, here as well. And then there was other YouTubers there, but I stuck to the ones that I thought were good. Not any shade, just my personal opinion. But
it's just your opinion, bro.
Yep. So
most of the days are numbered now, anyway.
Yeah. So when it actually happened, I was actually so surprised, but at the same time, I'm happy because, as these guys pointed out, stuff like Game of Thrones, Walking Dead, and another one that broke my heart was Dexter. They ended up screwing the ending of these shows so drastically to the point where people forgot how good the show originally was because of how bad the ending was. So that's why I'm glad it's ending, but at the same time, it has done a lot for me. I was going through a lot of personal stuff during this time. Some of the boys in that know, Jacob himself knows, and it helped a lot. And starting to do stuff with the guys and things. I've never had such good friends, even though it's a bit sad to admit, these guys are actually better than half the people I know in real life. So that should tell you all you need to know about the guys that we stream with. So
raise a freaking toast to Adam in the chat, everybody. Raise a pint emoji to our boy right here. I'll tell you what, Adam, take fucking center stage for a minute.
So like I'm saying, and a lot of people in your life, it's a lot like Cobra Kai. You'll have disagreements, you'll have people that are there, but some people, like Robbie or other characters, won't have people there for them. And I was one of those types of people before I'd done a lot of things and started doing things like this as well. So that's why someone like Robbie to me was a good character, because a lot of these shows are now showing people like us who didn't maybe not have the friendship groups or the father that was actually there for you.
We've never just to piggyback what you're saying, we've never actually been represented properly.
Yep.
And we're always put in the same bracket, and I love Eli to death. But we're always putting that bracket or Dimitri or Miguel. We're always putting those three. We're never putting Robbie's bracket, and it's just like, well, no, Robbie's bracket is the one that most people can genuinely relate to.
Yep.
And I often find the people that give his character the most shit comes from a lack of experience of understanding that world.
Yeah.
Yep.
I mean, like, I never went through Robbie's type of thing, but I understood. Like, when I saw Robbie first appeared on the screen, I said, like, whoa, oh yeah, he's going to be the guy. Like, I just knew it. Like, you know, Miguel's cool, Eli is cool, not Hawk. Eli, he's good and everything. Like, you know, like it's like, you know, but this man Robbie. Let me tell you something. All you haters out there hating on my boy Robbie, like say like, oh, he's a wannabe '90s kid. Listen, that wannabe '90s kid took on a whole entire dojo by himself without hesitation. Like he went up to Terry Silver and told him,
Terry Silver and said, "What's up?"
He told Terry Silver, "What's up?" He says, "I should have took all you guys with me." I was like, see, that's why I like Robbie. And everything.
He didn't even hesitate when he said that. He was like, "I let you down, turn my back on you." He's like, "I should have taken you all with me." And I was like, "Yo, this guy just went to Silver's yard." Terry Silver.
You saw Terry Silver. He's like this little like.
See, that's one of the things I like about the show is that no one else would ever like. That's what I also find funny about these people that hate on Robbie and things. You can tell they're privileged because if they were actually in that situation, they wouldn't have the reactions that they do to Robbie. Because if you go through it yourself, and it's a very important thing, if you go through these things yourself, you do not know how you're going to react to these things. You could say you're going to react to anything. It's like me saying, I'm going to go swim with a shark, and I definitely would punch it in the face if it attacked me. But you don't know what's going to happen in that situation until it happens. You could freeze up. You could lose something. You don't know.
Now, that's why I just said, like, I love Mickey. Don't get me wrong. I love Miguel. Miguel's awesome.
Is a freaking man.
But, like, I like Robbie a little bit more is because Robbie kind of reminds me of me just a tad bit when it comes to my attitude. Of, like,
when
no
he pulls up to that dojo from Silver, that's a you move. That's what you'd be doing.
That's why I said, nope, it's giving, dog. Like, listen, where are we at, bro? Like, let's do it right now. Like, I don't care. Like, let's go. Like,
parking lot, my guy. Parking lot. Let's go.
Especially, like, I mean, even in the All Valley in season 4, he's like, "Do you want to fight him?
Do you want to fight him?" Like, yeah.
Silver goes like, "I will beat your ass."
It's like the sarcasm, bro. Like I like Robbie's sarcasm too. Like, kind of reminds me of myself a little bit. Like, I'm not even gonna lie because I got that sarcasm. Just
Cody, like as heartbreaking as it was, Miguel got a taste of it and broke down. Robbie'd been dealing with that his whole life.
Yeah,
that's very true. That is actually a really good comment. Great comment. Because
Very good point.
That's one of the things that people forget. That as much as this is a show, you can learn so many true life lessons from it, and that's what I've took away from the show mostly. Is that the life lessons, the representation of actual real people out there, and it became a great thing in my life. I'm terribly sad it's ending, but I want it to go out on a high. I don't want any more.
And there's been so many shows and movies that have followed the Cobra Kai formula. Like they won't say it, but they're doing it. Because now it shows that it works, you know?
Exactly.
Speaking of, and like you said, just to capitalize on you on, like, you know, with representation, the show is like represented like of everybody and like, you know, no problems. Like it wasn't forced at all. And that's what I love about the show. Like it was like, you know, you had white characters, you had women characters, you had black, you had Asian, Latinos or whatever. The main character is a Latino. And you know what?
And it treats everyone accordingly and with respect, unlike major
and not once did we have to hear all the BS that we had to go through all today. And that's what I loved about the show too. It's like, you know what? This was like, it was good. Like everybody liked the show. Majority of people that I know liked the show. Like, you know, that's what I love.
And it sounds ironic to say it is a soap opera style show, but it's not soap opera, if you know what I mean. Like it still has that element of where it's like, okay, let's not go too far, let's dial it back and reel it in. And when you explain it to people how good the show is, they go, "Oh, it's so cheesy." I said, wait till you get to the school fight. Yeah, you'll be caught up in the epicness of it, but the minute Miguel goes over that balcony, your heart's gonna sink. Like it did for us. Your heart's in that moment, you'll remember that. Like my heart was in my fucking
Yeah.
arse. I was like, Jesus, no. And then I was like,
I mean, even like in the small moments where like you saw Kreese and Johnny, like when Kreese was saying like, you know, I don't know if I can ever change, Johnny. Like I don't know if I can. I was like, yo, it makes you had a soft spot for Kreese. He was like, dude, this guy's like really going through it, bro. You know.
And I love the way he just so casually says they weren't there in the shit.
Yeah. And that's real, but that's real life though. That's what most veterans go through. Like, you know, when they have no family or like.
A video I did on that where this show touches upon what veterans go through.
Yep.
When they're out the war, they're just kicked off into the real world. Away you go. No,
and that's a problem. Like especially with Vietnam, which regardless of your stance on that war, should America have fought it or not? It's not the soldiers' fault. They had to fight it. They were told, hey, this is what we're doing.
Yeah.
And if they ran off, if they deserted, they were killed or imprisoned.
That's why I love the line that Kreese says when he's like, you know, we watched our friends die, only to be welcomed back by people calling us killers. You know, it's just you know, imagine that. Imagine going through that.
Because I don't agree with the Vietnam War either, but you don't get angry at the soldiers, get angry at the leadership, get angry at the politicians that decided to send us over there, not the soldiers. Like,
and my thing is this, like, you know, like to me, I don't think John Kreese is like a bad dude. He's just like long gone. He's just out there. You know?
He screwed up in the head.
Because I think another thing people also forget is when Johnny was trying to slowly start to rebuild his relationship with Robbie, who was the number one in his corner telling him to fix it? It was Kreese. Oh, so you just teach the lessons, you don't go all in. And after that, you see Johnny showing up with the skateboard, being like, yo, where's my kid? And then he goes off the rails because he finds out he's living with Daniel. But it's the fact that people forget these little intricate moments as well that show that Kreese care, that actually, like, even when Robbie was living with Kreese, he might have had an agenda, but he still cared because he could have kicked him out because he kept saying he didn't want to join. But he
cares about Robbie, but he saw Robbie as a means to get Johnny.
Yes.
Yeah.
Because
that's the beauty of the show. It's like, you know, it's not like 100, like not everybody's 100% evil in the show. There's a lot of great, bro. Like,
another thing I respect the show is like it shows a lot of people. You think someone's life is easier from the outside, but then you get a taste of what they're going through, and it's like I had no idea. It's like they did that a little bit. Sam and Tori, like, so this in season 5, Tori finally got to know what it's like to win. Like she won, and to win, it felt like you didn't deserve it. Like that's been Sam's whole like part. She has this great family name, the LaRussos, but she feels like she doesn't deserve like everything that comes with that. And now Tori gets to know what that feels like. It's not the easiest thing to deal with.
Yeah,
and I like that they keep doing. The show does,
and then even on the flip side as well, when she like with what Tori's dealing with.
Because one of my most hated lines of that show was simply due to the fact that Sam going, everyone has a sob story, but it doesn't give you the right to be a bully. I understand where she was coming from with it, but you know how detrimental that could be to someone who's actually going through those situations. It could make themselves see themselves as non-redeemable, so they will go to the extreme because that's what is expected of them instead of pulling themselves back.
Yeah, it's like you think I'm a bad person, so why should I try to be anything else? Like
exactly.
Because when you tell someone it enough times, eventually they'll start to
believing it or whatever. And we always talked about this. We always said, like, we always held every character accountable, especially on this show.
With all the Robbie videos I didn't once say that Robbie wasn't guilty of nearly killing Miguel.
Everybody on this show has done some BS at some point.
Yeah.
Not more than others, but
I mean, Hopkins and girls might get mad.
Even though we got the final season around the corner, there's still people that aren't ready to have that conversation.
People still can't accept that people have done things that are out of line, like completely.
Yeah. And I was gonna say this, like, going back to what we used to be talking about, like some of our old streams. Could Sam have done it better to talk to Tori about her stealing her mom's purse? Of course.
Oh, absolutely. And I love the detail that we've been given on Tori and all that stuff. But let's just wind that. Let's wind
at
the
that moment.
a year.
We didn't know that, and neither did Sam. So
no,
Yeah.
no. And in that moment,
what I was gonna say
borderline
is
psycho.
Tori didn't help herself. Like, first impressions are everything. She's talking about stealing liquor, stealing everything. So, once again, I said this before. We all have that one family member that does 5-finger discounts. If you have that one family member that they need a little bit more help and they know not to touch people's stuff. But if something happens to go missing, who's the first person that you're gonna look at? Is it wrong to assume that it's the guy that always steals? Yeah, kind of. But
former events form future trends.
Where Sam messed up, in my opinion, she put her hands on Tori. That's where she messed up. That's what you don't do. Don't do that. Like, you don't put your hands on somebody unless you're prepared to have the same thing happen to you. Like, that's where she messed up.
There will be consequences.
Thinking that it was Tori, like, I would have thought it was her too. You just bragged about stealing everything. Like,
you literally gave Sam every reason to, what's anyone supposed to think? Like, if I met Adam for the first time, right? The three of us are like there. We're at the country club, and then Adam's like, I'm thinking about like jacking the silverware on this place, and this is the first time we've ever interacted. What the hell am I supposed to think when something like my hat goes missing? Like, what? I mean, sorry for using you as the example.
Oh no, it's okay. Disclaimer: I'm not a thief, but to be fair. Hey, I've known people to be like that in the past, so trust me, in Scotland is a very common thing. So I can see also why he used me as a representation.
I mean, but that's just human reaction. And when people get mad about that stuff, I'm saying like, dog, you guys have not been in life before.
That's another reason I like this show. Especially when you're dealing with teenagers, dude.
Yeah.
Like when I was like 15, 16, I was stupid. Like I did dumb stuff. Like I jumped to conclusions.
Oh yeah, and even then, like on that, good point. Like, I've talked a lot about my experiences with bullying and shit, but when I got older, I started to realize, while it was, horrible what happened to me, one thing that even Cobra Kai's touched upon is sometimes you don't help yourself in situations. Yeah. And I did an Anthony a couple of times. I didn't help myself in situations. I look back on moments, I was like, man, Jesus, I made that worse for myself, didn't I? Fucking hell.
Yeah.
You look at your own experiences through rose-tinted glasses, and you step back and you're like, wait, was I the asshole? Did I do that? Like, was that my fault?
Requires a great deal of humility.
Yeah. I mean, but that's the beauty part of the show. It's like Daniel had everything, bro. But as soon as Cobra Kai came back, he ended up being a dick. Like he was being mean to Johnny. He was being mean to Johnny for no reason. Like
even Amanda had to be like, yo, chill out, bro. Amanda was like, yo, you need to chill, Daniel.
Yeah, you need to chill that and whatnot. And obviously, like at first, we were like, Daniel, you dick, what you doing? But now where we're at in the show, you can kind of
ended up being right. Don't get me wrong, or whatever. Yeah. But
I mean, obviously, like I still wouldn't go and try and close down someone's business and all that kind of stuff. But I understand the sentiment of why he was like,
fear was right.
It's and there's a reason why the camera lingers on him in the All Valley when Silver goes on stage. Daniel knows what Silver's about to do. He's like, like he knows, and it's like, oh shit, here we are. It's like, what, you started the whole Cobra Kai thing.
He's right. He wasn't wrong.
Pandora's box.
I mean, Darius, you probably know this or whatever. You watch Naruto, right? Or whatever.
Yeah.
So, okay. Now, everybody knows that the second Hokage is not the most popular person. Like, he's not the most popular Hokage. Yeah. Like, but I always gotta put in that but. He ended up being right about the Uchiha, though, man. I mean,
Toby Rama was right, in my opinion.
It's like Toby Rama was right. Like, he ended up being right about Madara.
Yeah.
Like,
Madara.
He's like, listen. He says, like, say what you want to say, but them dudes over there, the guys with the crazy eyes, like, I don't trust them. Like,
even Itachi.
Even Itachi had to kill his own family, bro. Like, it's like, listen, I believe Toby Rama was right. I side with Toby Rama on his stuff, but I'm just saying, like, it's like basically
right idea, wrong execution. You didn't have to take it that far.
Pretty much, like, he's like telling Hashirama, he's like, bro, you realize they're gonna like betray us, right? You know, I'm just like looking out for you. Oh no, man, the Uchiha are cool. No, you're not listening to me, like, bruh. Like, they literally want to take over the village. Like, once me and you are dead, they're gonna plot to take over the village. Like, nah, man, they ain't gonna do that, man. Just don't slight the Uchiha. Like,
well,
Look what happened.
look what ended up happening.
it's like when they got back. I know when they got back to the re-imitation jutsu. He's like looking at Hashirama like.
Another example, Avatar. Yo, the Fire Nation looking kind of sus over there, bro. They're gonna attack us any day now. Nah, that's not gonna happen.
Well,
What happened? What happened?
Oh no, that's never gonna happen, and it ends up happening.
And I'm glad that season 5. I'm glad season 5 addressed that. Like Daniel saw this coming from the beginning, and people were not taking him serious, like at all. They were like, "Nah, it's just a dojo, bro. Like you taking this too." And this is the fan base too. The fan base is doing this too. They were like, "Bro, what is Daniel talking about, bro? This dojo is not gonna get bad."
Like, because like me, like we all knew,
Cody.
we all knew that Daniel was like right. Like,
look at that fresh trim. Look at that. Go on, get that fresh trim. Oh, look at. Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
What's up, boys?
I was saying like, we all knew Daniel was right, but majority of you fan bases just were in denial because you just like Johnny. Like, I mean,
and that's great. You can like Johnny, but we live in this.
We like Johnny too. I love
like
Johnny.
we live in this contrarian society. It's like, oh, the show showed us that we should side with Johnny. Fuck Daniel. It's like, no. We love Johnny, but still remember it's Daniel's universe for a reason. Karate Kid.
Yeah.
I'm just
And
saying.
season 5 kindly reminded people of that. Just say.
Go. Strike. What's going on, my friend?
What's going on, boys?
Like I said earlier on, about what this show brought, to me more than anything, other than a great badass show, is this, right? Is this right here? And I tell you what, I've just got to do it because now there's more of an even number. Oreo. But at the end of the day, it brought us all together, and yeah, well, I agree with that. But it brought us all together, and this brotherhood extends past Cobra Kai. And even when Cobra Kai is said and done, like I said earlier on, it will embed itself in the pop culture zeitgeist. It will get even more appreciation over time, and I guarantee you, it's not the end of the universe forever. There's definitely something on the horizon for it. But Cody, my sir, what's your feelings with this whole?
So the first day, I was in just sort of a shock and just awe, and then it was followed by a little sadness. But when I woke up the next day, I was surprisingly happy because I'm like, you know what? This might be a blessing in disguise. I mean, don't get me wrong. I think so many people have said it. We want the show to go on forever, but at the same time, we don't. We want this to get the ending that the creators always envisioned. And the last thing we want is for Netflix to take control and take that away from the creators. Because we know if
it happens every time, bro.
Yeah, it happens so many times. There's so many series that just get cut short, or they take control.
The machine.
And this is one of those franchises and these shows where it's got one of the biggest fan bases across all ages, all genders, all everything. It's got one of the biggest fan bases. I mean, it ain't no Star Wars or Marvel, but it's like a lower tier, like those franchises. If that makes sense. And but I'm just glad that even though we were all sad at first and shocked. I'm just glad that I'm kind of or mostly happy at the moment, and I'm gonna really enjoy. I was saying this. I made a tweet on Twitter. I was saying, for those of you who are sad and upset or angry because the season is coming to a close, take this time, this final wait, because you're gonna miss it when the show comes out. And it's done. You're gonna miss this wait time.
Definitely, we all got to take off. I'm
glad you brought that up, Cody, because what's going to happen now is there's going to be there's already a train of hate about previous seasons or where the show's going from here or whatever. It's like, guys, you're missing the point. It's like the show's ending. Enjoy it while it's here.
Yeah.
When it's gone, it's gone. Like, I mean, yeah, it can continue in like spin-off or whatever down the road. But by and large, if this is like as it's marketed, this could put like we only have so much info to go off of. Like the movie could link to it, fingers crossed. There could be a season 7 in 5 to 10 years. There could be some spin-offs in the works for sure. Like they said, the Miyagi verse is far from over. But in terms of like, even if they bring out spin-offs and sequels and whatever else, in terms of the main storyline, that's the essence of the Karate Kid mythology, you know, the main linear storyline, this is it. Like, I mean, they'll still carry it on, but it's like, you know, I'll use the MCU as an example. They're still carrying that on, but the Infinity Saga is the main,
right.
You know, anything else after that is continuation. So enjoy this journey while it's here, because once it's gone,
it's gone.
I mean, I don't mean to bring this back to anime. Like, dude, like Pokemon just freaking ended. Like, about a couple.
Oh yeah, finally after fucking
30-something years, bro. Like,
years.
I saw this. Someone commented this on like one of my recent video, and they said, "I don't get why the writers for Stranger Things and Cobra Kai are ending the 2 biggest shows." I'm like, because you have writers of the 2 biggest franchises.
You know their work.
Truly care about the storytelling aspect of both of the shows they created.
I'm glad that you mentioned that as well, because I want to draw attention to Darius. Why would a writer end a show before a fan?
Because the fans got what they wanted. I would tell you what season 10 of Cobra Kai will become. Robbie Miguel will be like working for the CIA, some dumb shit, and there would be
as
like
much as I love Fast and Furious, we don't need it here.
Some drug kingpin shit would be involved. Like
that's what I was going to say. Like, we're gonna get espionage.
Like, we don't need to go into that world too far.
Like,
it's like
fans got what they wanted.
Daniel and Johnny are secret agents for the United States of America or whatever. Like, are you serious?
You got Nick Fury showing up in the post-credit scene. I'm putting a team together. I need your help. Like,
you know what will happen? Like, let's just say Kreese does die. Does he really? He was actually faking his death, and he comes back to life.
Who do we know in a famous franchise that happened to?
Oh boy. Somehow, Kreese returned.
Yep.
Jesus Christ! And then he's gonna be there going, Johnny.
Tori actually is Kreese's granddaughter. That actually did happen.
Like, you know, it will say that your mother was the daughter of someone. It's like, you know, we're a dyad. We're a dyad in Miyagi.
No,
stop it, Jacob. Stop it.
Father.
Mike Barnes comes in. Tori, I am your dad.
You're his granddaughter. You are a Kreese.
The only show that I think will never end is the freaking soap opera General Hospital, because that shit was on when my grandmother was a kid.
It's no, 50 years. It's gonna play 50 years.
60. Like what?
Like they they keep that thing going on for on purpose or whatever, because
bro, like at this point none of the characters are alive anymore. What the hell is even going on?
Yeah, like seriously.
I don't want that happening here, like, because like you've got so many different variables to factor into this as well, that the actors are doing other stuff, the characters are getting older. Like, what happens if half the cast aren't in the show anymore?
Yeah.
Like, I love Anthony, Kenny, and Devon, but let's say if Robbie, Miguel, and Hawk, and Tori, and Sam
they can't carry the show on their own.
They can't carry it.
It's not fair to ask them to do that. It's not fair to ask them to.
No, because how many shows do that, and how long do they last? Not long.
Like those old it's like those old 90s sitcoms where the main cast leaves, and then like there's a new cast now. No one watches that shit after the main cast leaves. Like, come on, you know you don't watch that shit. Like,
nah, man. Because like it happened with Saved by the Bell. Like when all of them left, I was like, nope, I'm out, bro. Like this is where's Zach?
While you watch a show, yes, you want it to keep going on, but you still want to feel like it's connected to when you first started watching it.
Yeah.
This was a problem with The Walking Dead. Is when you watch it season 10, it feels so far removed from what it was at season 1 because there's barely anybody left.
I mean, you could say the same thing with Family Guy and The Simpsons. Like, it's like a meme now. Like, I can't even watch Family Guy or The Simpsons anymore because it's
it's still funny, but like Family Guy and Simpsons, old school, that's funny shit right there.
Yeah.
That's god tier.
Especially Family Guy, Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
Oh
Way
god,
I see
they
it-
back
way
in
I
the
see
day.
it, the Cobra Kai laid the foundation. Laid the
Yeah.
foundation for Sholo,
any more coffee?
Sholo, Tanner, and Peyton to have these amazing careers that they're going to have, and now they're just going to be like, all right, it's over now. Go have the successful careers we knew you guys could have.
You don't want to tie down your actors, especially when they're young and want to do other stuff. Like, let them break into superstardom because, like,
Now some of the actors, they're probably not gonna. This is gonna be their last big break or whatever. This is gonna be their last show.
Yeah, you just got like not everyone's gonna be hitting the A League. You just got.
But you can tell who's gonna be it. You can tell who's got it. Like, who's gonna be the superstar. Like, Sholo's got Blue Beetle coming out already. Like,
I think Peyton is gonna be like in a lot of small series or whatever.
Jacob
Peyton's in a new project every week.
Freaking
Peyton's got a great agent. So much
Tanner
stuff.
Buchanan is Netflix's like puppy dog when it comes to the.
I mean, they've got him all over the promo images and
He
stuff.
needs to fire. Tanner, if you're watching this,
Fire your agent.
Fire that agent.
As soon as Cobra Kai's done, fire the fuck out of your agent and get
Sholo's agent, whoever that is. Sholo's got an agent.
Like, hey, Shola. Yeah. Can you give me a new role, like a new agent? Because I got to get out of this, man. Yeah, sure, bro. I got you.
What's interesting, Cobra Kai World said Mary Mauser's going to get big roles. I don't think she's been in anything since Cobra Kai, to be honest.
This is the biggest one.
That's so weird. That's weird to me because she's been knocking it out of the park.
To be fair, it's the same if you look at her like discography before Cobra Kai. Like, she was in a few Disney movies and stuff, but other than that, like you don't see her anywhere.
Yeah, a lot smaller stuff.
But then again, like some actors and actresses, they just want to have a balanced life too. Like, they want to, either do voice acting. Like some of them go into the voice acting field or whatever.
Yeah, I could see Jacob probably doing that.
Yeah.
He already has done it. He's done it a few times.
It's like, you could do voice acting. There's plenty of things in media, or like sometimes maybe Mary wants to do like stuff behind the scenes or whatever. You just don't know.
Maybe she'll do like some indie movies, like small indie movies.
Possibly. She seems more like one of those actresses than to become like a mega star.
Guest. Oh, Valley. What's up, dude?
Oh, stop.
What's up?
Well then.
What's up? How are you guys doing today?
Man.
What's going on, man? He finally made it to the big show.
Okay. Yeah.
So, sir, how do you feel about Cobra Kai ending? Like, what's your thoughts, sir?
So when I first heard the news, I was kind of depressed that day, not gonna lie. But like after like thinking about it and like having like the thing soak in, I'm ready for it. Like, I think it's a good ending. And the big three had their whole story planned out. And yeah, I'm ready for it. They have their beginning, their ending, and it's gonna play out well. So I'm ready for it.
That's what's up.
And that's the thing. It's like it's and welcome, by the way, dude.
Thank you.
Everyone raise a toast to our man in the chat. Look at that. Look at those posters back there. God damn.
And go follow this guy. Go follow All Valley, man.
Go follow this guy for fuck's sake. If you're gonna do anything in the chat tonight, make sure you go follow this guy down here. That's it. It's the All Valley on Instagram. Go follow him. But if how you end it as important, like it's as important as ending it. And if you end it with a whimper, Cobra Kai deserves better. It deserves so much better than that. Give it could it have gone to season 7? Yeah, I think you could have pushed it for a 7. But what fills me with pleasure is I know that they're going to go all out for this season. That means potentially, now I'm not saying this is truth and gospel, so don't run with it, but potentially longer episodes, maybe more episodes, maybe splitting the final ending into 2 volumes, Stranger Things style. It's very possible because they've got a lot of ground to cover. You have a lot of shit to tie up, like a lot. Even though season 5 feels very finale-esque, there is a lot of threads to tie up with, like Miguel and Hector. Like, I don't know how you guys feel about this, but I mentioned this, right? The best way how you honor Miguel in this show, right? If you give Robbie the win on with the trophy, which they should, in my opinion, you have Miguel have a real life fight with his dad.
Ooh.
A real life fight, proper fight. Like, it will make Robbie and Johnny look like a distant memory. Like, I'm talking real all out fight where it's almost Karate Kid 2 inspired.
Yeah, because I was like, I heard your theory, bro, and I was saying like, yo, bro, I was gonna add a little bit more onto it. What is the reason why Miguel? What if the reason why Miguel actually fights Hector is like Hector actually shoots Johnny, bro, or whatever? Like literally just said like, oh.
I mean, I don't mean to use the phrase Chekhov's gun for a pun, but he literally pulls out a gun.
Yeah, you know what? It's a screenwriting convention. Do not pull out a gun if it's not fired.
Exactly. It means that you introduce that gun, you got to be ready to fire that thing.
Because Hector knows what Johnny looks like now.
Yeah. And it's like,
you reckon that could prompt Kreese to step in?
He sees Carmen, he sees Johnny, he sees Miguel.
I was thinking about this before. Like, I as much as I do love Robbie and whatever else, like, make no mistake, like, I want him to get that trophy because he's got to redeem everything, whatever. I've said it a million times. But because the show still, in principle, is about that Miguel-Johnny dynamic, you bring it right back to season 1. That's good. I'm glad that you brought that up. With a situation where Johnny's hurt and Miguel whoops his ass, and then maybe even you could have Kreese even step in. You know,
it's like, like you just like you said, like you could just see Miguel says, "Don't ever hurt my dad." Like,
or could you imagine a situation where maybe Miguel doesn't get overpowered, but maybe Miguel's laying the smackdown on him, but Hector's just too, like, you know, because they want to keep that power level still kind of a thing. Maybe that's when Kreese steps in.
Yeah. Like Kreese says, like, "Oh hell no!
Hell nah.
You just shot my son!" Like,
so instead of like the people are speculating like people dying, so do you think instead of Silver killing Kreese, do you think that's a way?
I mean, I'm glad you brought that up as well, because this is with them trying to juggle all this, like with Hector being involved. You know, you've also got the thread of Kreese and Silver, and we need to tie. That's another Chekhov's gun. We need to tie that up, like a Cap Winter Soldier type level fight, and. I think you're going to have moments in that fight where it flashes back and forth between like a fight scene of like young Kreese and young Silver and old Kreese and old Silver. I could see a world where maybe Silver survives. Hey, Shimon, I could see a world where Silver maybe survives in some way, shape, or form. But I think if there is one character that's going to go, it's probably Kreese, like 100%. I think he's marked for dead now. Like it's you know, you have him escaping a prison, you know.
Is it a hold on? Is it a crime to escape prison if you were never supposed to be in it?
It's a crime to get out of prison.
He never should have been in prison. He never should have been in prison though. So like,
no, this is true. This is true.
But like in real life, you like it's worse when you escape prison. Like,
he did assault officers. He did assault officers. Never mind. He assaulted officers.
He assaulted officers. So that's definitely, you know, and he faked. Yeah, it's still against the law. So I'm fascinated to see how they're going to balance that dynamic, because, you know, you've got like the Silver and Kreese thing that needs resolving. But I really think the best way, like, as I just bring back to Miguel and Hector, like the best way you honor Miguel in season 6, if Robbie is to win that trophy, you give Miguel closure with his dad permanently, like that whole, because that's still not fully resolved in my opinion. Like it's he's got closure of who his dad is, but I still think there's a bit more at play. And
because bro, I was thinking like you could just see like at first
I want Miguel and Hector fucking duke it out, man.
Like you could see Miguel. I mean, you could see Hector and Johnny go at it at first or whatever. Like, you know, Johnny's beating the crap out of Hector, and like Hector pulls out a gun and shoots Johnny or whatever, and that's when Miguel steps in or whatever. Like I could see that happening.
I mean, they've already set it up because Miguel was putting the smackdown on adults earlier on in season 5. So I feel like the likelihood of it is very.
I like this idea because I don't think they've left everything with Hector just like that for no reason. Like, I like this idea with the fight, and I think it would make sense if we do see him come to terms with his actual father before, because that's also the fact that Robbie got that. You know, he's got that newfound relationship with Johnny. Why doesn't Miguel get closure on his father then? You know, because then that kind of brings their arcs full circle, as we both said, Jacob. Like the whole point of season 5 was for them to understand each other. So now they're like fulfilling the father side, and they both know they're the father.
I think there's so much emotional payoff in Robbie winning that trophy, but then you still need to find a way to honor Miguel because it started.
I still think there's a way of honoring, you know, those two, but then it doesn't feel like one has won it and one hasn't lost it.
Yeah, absolutely.
Same with Sam and Tori, and I think they're going to do something a little bit different in the Sekai Tekai, so there's no one's a loser.
Oh yeah,
I think
absolutely.
There'll always be disappointment then.
Yeah, for sure. But I think by definition, Robbie should get the trophy. But I think Miguel has something much more in store that's like real life, like because that's what Miyagi does.
That could be the difference they make with the tournament, but I think you've got to service it right. Don't like just give Robbie the trophy because he's
no, I know, but I mean, you know, the emotional payoff
because he hasn't won. You know, like there has to be. I'm sure.
I think there's more emotional payoff in him winning more than anyone else.
But I will say one thing: if Robbie doesn't win, I won't be like, oh shit.
Well, no, I wouldn't be mad about it, but you'd have to.
For me, it's if Robbie doesn't win it, there's got to be because it goes back to that thing about it's not about a trophy, it's something more. But then the thing Chris said about Robbie, like you're more talented than your father. I think that is a throwaway line about him with the world tournament. What if none of them win it, but Robbie goes the furthest? It could even be that.
It could be.
Then the whole thing about Miguel and Robbie is like, oh, Robbie's better because he's gone further in the tournament. But
they made it very clear in season 5 that Miguel is marginally.
But it's not even about that because this is about them all coming together and celebrating together. So you do want them to like.
I know, but
there's no rivalries anymore. So like
we've given the trophy.
The fans have to accept that as well. It's not about them going against each other anymore. It's so different.
No, of course, absolutely. They're on the same page. But I
commented this on. Wait, what? Sorry.
Oh, go ahead, bro.
Okay, so I commented this on Jacob's stream. He did it by himself a few days ago, and I was watching the Karate Kid a few hours before, right? And when Daniel does the crane against Johnny, and it plays Daniel's moment of truth. If Robbie wins, like imagine like Zach and Leo do like a rendition of that, but it says like Robbie's moment of truth on it. That's the name of the song.
Ooh, that'd be tasty.
That would be good.
If they did sort of like a not a remix, but like they played the moment of truth thing. And
Mr. LaRusso, we did it, man.
I can't imagine. Oh, do you know what? I can't. You know what? What if the finish him? What if that's like Sensei Kim? She says something in Korean. And she, I don't know what in Korean she'd say, like kill him or something, because she's probably more crazy than Chris. She might say something in Korean, and then Robbie just goes, I'm about to F you up. And then
this is the thing, like if you have like one person winning it, like let's say, I don't know, for argument's sake, you had the likelihood is very small, but let's just say Hawk winning it or whatever. Again, the likelihood is small, but whatever. There's got to be students in Sensei Kim's dojo, right, that are bad to the bone. Like I'm talking evil people. Like not evil.
Dude, they got to be absolute menaces.
They'll have like gray center because the show will give them that, but have them be clearly distinguished.
Again!
We need to beat these guys. We need to put an end to them here because they're really quite dangerous.
Essentially, I think we all can agree on this. Like, we want to see those Sensei Kim students making anyone that was like a vicious student, like Hawk season 3. I want those students to make.
But basically, what if
season 4 Robbie, season 5 Miguel? I want them to look so like
like basically
average compared to them.
Like I'd say, what if versions of the characters? What if Miguel went to the dark side? What if Hawk?
What if Miguel was in Terry Silver's?
What if Robbie intended to kick Miguel over the railing? What if Tori killed Sam? Like those kinds of people.
I would love if they kind of had like, because obviously there'll be Korean.
Mike Barnes can come in.
Most likely. What if they had like the same hairstyles? So one had a Robbie hairstyle, one had a Miguel hairstyle, one freaking had a mohawk. And they were just like
what's the opposite of a mohawk? Let me do this.
That's pretty cool. I think, wasn't it?
It's pretty cool. Because here's the thing as well. Sensei Kim might introduce some mental game with her students that we haven't seen. So she might even get them to do that. Like she's crazy.
You know, Dimitri's gonna say something nerdy, like, guys,
where's my guy?
These are gamers. Like,
oh look, no Hawk.
Actually, that's giving me an idea. What
it looks like it looks like
Hawk has a two-tone Hawk going.
It's like Commissioner Gordon from DC.
Prepare to face the fury of the Hawk. Oh, you're gonna catch this.
Just shave the middle of his head.
There's two L's, mate.
Please, Cobra Kai creators, before this show ends, just give us Julie Pierce versus Sensei Kim. I'm asking you, man, like, fan service. Just give us a little bit of fan service.
I mean, how are you going to take Sensei Kim out? They've already made it clear that, you know, they've got agendas.
Give a little bit of fan service, man. Like, I want Kreese and Silver fight, but I want to see that female fight, man. Come on, man, do it. Like, come on, like,
I do as well.
Yeah.
Oh, that would be so freaking nice. Oh,
come on, man! You just can't do that. Like, you can't just give me a female sensei on that side and not give me another female sensei on the good side.
Well, especially going off of how they made such a deal with the brackets and splitting the genders apart. They've made it quite clear that, you know, because as much as I love Sam and Tori, they've got the power level of they're not touching Sensei Kim out and out. So
no way.
You know.
She was still taking all three of them on, and like she was still kicking all their asses though. Like that's just
even if
can we acknowledge that
like
she went out of her way to fight kids? She showed up to fight children exclusively. She just showed up to fight
exclusively.
Yeah, and she's not even a teenager. Like, I mean, Robbie and Hawk have done some things to like the younger, like middle schoolers, but this is a grown ass woman that's going around.
Yeah, also, she made Tori break that like metal slab with her actual hand.
That's
evil.
If she's so comfortable doing that with students that aren't hers, imagine if there were like.
Imagine what she'd be doing to her own
students.
She's got super soldiers in Korea.
I'm telling you now, she's probably
using the bamboo for something else.
She was like crushing Tori's hand. She knew Tori's hand was like broken. She still was trying to crush it, bro. Like, she doesn't care, bro. Like,
it wouldn't surprise me if she gets her students to fight with no points. Like, literally. You can't, like, it wouldn't surprise me if she has her students fight it out until they literally can't.
Fight until you can't anymore.
Yeah, fight till you literally can't get up.
It's literally probably going to be blood sport. No holds barred, bro.
Dude, you know what? Do you know what?
They kind of set that up. They're watching it. So.
Do you remember when Kylo...
Street fight post the tournament. Street fight post the tournament.
Do you remember when Kylo was, like, reacting to that? What if he isn't involved in the actual tournament, but he goes to it and he's like watching it and he's like, shit, this is like blood sport.
It may seem cliche and predictable, but I think there's going to be a shitload of fighting this season. Sekai Tai aside, I really want a parking lot fight.
Yes.
Wait.
Because like season 4,
Miguel and Robbie,
they messed us over in season 4. We should have had that parking lot.
Robbie fight a bunch of them like in the car park lot, and then the others like come and join him, and then it just gets into like a really big brawl.
I really do
like
want to
school fight on steroids.
I think Sensei Kim's students are going to be the ones that create it.
You know the deleted scene from the Jackie Chan Karate Kid from the
yes, I love that.
We mentioned it
finally deleted it, but
you have that too.
You know how like in the house fight in season 3, how Hawk has that moment where he chooses his side. How poetic would it be if Kreese has a moment like that in the park?
Yeah,
and then Kreese just slaps Sensei Kim and says, "That's enough."
That fist is rated E for everyone. Bush.
And can we get
Silver comes in? I can see Kreese literally save Tori because like Sensei Kim doesn't like Tori, bro. She will try to kill Tori, bro.
Tori is key.
That's
Tori
one of the
key for that redemption for Kreese, because Kreese will see like there's going to be a moment in the tournament where Kim goes, you know, to her student like,
oh yeah, if Kreese
learned what Kreese is going to remember what happened with Daniel, so he's going to be like, he's going to understand Daniel now from Tori's lens.
Can we get
like the moment that Kreese Sensei Kim's Sensei Kim tells her students to try to hurt Tori intentionally, that's when he's gonna step in. No, don't you dare. Like
I've been saying this, like it has to happen. That's the best way of like making him realize this in the tournament.
Have you guys figured out a way for Hector to come back? Like what if it's post the Sekai Taikai, right? And it's advertised everywhere. Miguel's face is everywhere. Hector sees that, and that's how he puts.
Me and Simon was always talking about this. We were saying like maybe Hector could be like a sponsor of the tournament because he's like known all over.
He's got all the shady business. Like if Silver,
him and Silver will get along.
If Silver what if Silver worked with him and used him to like kind of build his way up in that? You never know. Yeah. Criminal Underworld,
because Miguel, as soon as Miguel says, "Yeah, I was All Valley champ," he says, "Well, how come I never heard about you? Like I know almost every single fight." Yeah.
And he said about California, like why does he care so much about California? It's like he knows already about California very well.
I mean, the border is right there, so he's reasonable. He knows people, and like if his business is what I think it is, read between the lines, people. He would know people in California.
Do you know what's interesting though? The
cartel runs into California. Like it's
all a web. Secret. It's all a web.
I won't be surprised if Silver's gone obviously like off the rails even more after last season, and he's going to that criminal underworld again. And through the enemies he's made or connections, Hector's going to be on that radar. And he said he made a lot of. And it would be crazy if him and Silver actually were enemies, like to some sort of extent. And instead of going against each other, they like work together on this because then they realize
Hector still thinks that Johnny and Robbie are FBI agents that ruined his business, so he has a reason to go after them.
Because I was gonna tell you this, like wasn't like not Kreese, Silver, like when he was on his iPad or whatever, wasn't he like doing a lot of marketing? Like for like cryptos and stuff like that, like with other businesses. So do you think like?
I think that's what Dimitri was talking about when he researched him on.
It was in the school
facial recognition app.
Because Silver is sold. They said he sold Dynatox, and he started doing like other stuff to make his money.
Yeah.
And who did he sell Dynatox to?
There's other ways.
That'd be interesting.
He does other sources of income, so like I would not be surprised if he has a circuit out in Mexico or whatever.
For sure. It's all a connected web. Like,
he's
there's
definitely
so
going to do something. They have to connect those two because I think there's so much potential to create some.
I hope they just don't leave it alone.
I think because the main focus of season 6 is on the Sekai Taikai, I wouldn't be surprised if just to throw us a curveball, that's the focus still, but post it. There could be a little mini time jump, one, and then that's where they bring in all this stuff.
I just don't know if this is enough.
Count the eggs.
This 10 episodes is enough.
I was just gonna say that.
I think it's gonna be longer. I wouldn't be surprised if they make it 12 episodes. Or
I think only 10 episodes works if this episode's like at least 40.
Like the 2 episodes going to be an hour, bro.
I think the last 2 will be a long one.
I think they might do a Stranger Things Volume 1, Volume 2. They'll do an extended.
Jacob, that's what I'm hoping for.
They'll do that.
I'm hoping for that.
Sekai Taikai, Volume 1, and then Volume 2 is after.
Yeah, and
Sekai Taikai needs to split up, and it needs to feel. I don't want Sekai Taikai done in like 2 episodes. Like, don't do that.
That's what I'm saying.
Make it I don't want minimum 3 hours or 2 hours. Like, you got to take your time there because
if you had a 2-hour finale with the Sekai Taikai, that'd be pretty crazy.
Like, look at how hard it was for them to give every character their shine. They did a good job, but look how hard it was for them to give every character their shine in season 4's for All Valley when they were at separate dojos. You've got most of the key fighters. Sorry, Mitch, and your fat ass. They've got all the key fighters literally under the same roof now. Like that's a lot. That's a lot you've got to balance.
I already told these guys there should only be 9 fighters. Just pick up Shine.
Do you know what? I know the best way you can use Sean. If there's a parking lot fight outside, you don't need him in a dojo. Like if Kenny and
Kenny rolling up,
you have Sean just bulldozing in there and joining the fight. Like
I'm just saying, you just only need Miyagi just needs 9 fighters. Like you put Sean on that squad, you got set. Like, that's all you need.
Sean could actually be in attendance at the Sekai Taikai to support.
I would love that to see.
Yeah, and I can see Sean having interactions with him like during the the fights. Like you got this, brother. And
especially if there's like an after parking lot fight, like seeing Sean bulldozing his way in there. Like I mean, every team needs a bruiser.
The actor's done with like his Walking Dead.
Exactly. So he's got. That's probably what kept him from.
I also said that this could be a thing as well. If they can't bring every character into like, I would love if they brought like all the characters like Ali, Kumiko, all of them into like the audience for the Sekai type, I would love that. But if they don't do that, I would also be content with a montage of showing us different shots around the world of like all the Miyagi-verse characters watching the Sekai Type.
We were talking about this last night too, Shabu. Like,
it was like not that long ago. Yeah, we were talking about a lot of this shit.
Yeah, we were also talking about how like Julie could get involved too. Like, you know, just be like.
I said to King, I said Julie could be part of the board, and it's like a cool way of making her like appear as a cameo, and it's not like forced. But we were talking about like, you know, how Julie could really get on with.
That's
like,
an idea. Like, what if Julie wouldn't become like a world-class fighter after like later on?
Yeah, because that's something different. Because Daniel didn't do that, and Julie might have actually.
Yeah, like someone who actually like pursued like. Fighting.
Took it further, kind of thing.
And she wasn't in the Valley, so she's not going to think about the Your Valley tournament. She's going to think about something different, national. Something maybe she had more of an experience like Mike Barnes.
And they need to use him this season as well.
Me and Shabu were saying like, what if like Johnny like meets Julie first or whatever, and like you know,
and like, you know, the whole
he doesn't know that she knows Daniel or whatever, like until like Johnny actually introduces her, Julie. Daniel, like
they're like, how did they know each other? But they got on so much, so like they like.
And then Johnny like, invites her. How many people do you know? Like,
it's like
the wedding's gonna be filled, or that engagement party, whatever it is, it's gonna be filled.
That's another thing. We have to see the wedding. It has to happen.
One more thing before we move.
Have Miguel be the best man.
Some of y'all guys are posers, bro. Like all you guys were Julie Pierce fans. I just want to let you.
There's a lot of people that are hating on her.
It's like now you guys are jumping on the bandwagon. They say, "Oh, I want to meet like Julie. Like Julie. Oh man, that'd be awesome. Sensei Kim versus Julie." Oh, I've been fighting for this for the last 3 seasons, but now when somebody actually, okay, all right.
Evan. Sorry, Evan. I threw you under the bus there.
I would have said Evan is the biggest Julie hater, and Dugan, like he wears that on his sleeve.
Dugan.
Like I don't like that movie, but I still.
Julie's character is good. Like the movie's bad, but
Julie is a good character in the wrong film.
Like, if we were gonna hold movies against characters, Terry Silver wouldn't be bad. Karate Kid 3 is a bad movie too. Like, let's keep it.
True.
Because Karate Kid
wouldn't be back, you know.
You know what I'm saying? Y'all guys must have forgot. Karate Kid 3 ain't all that, bro. Like this series made Karate Kid 3 look good. Like
this series made every Karate Kid.
I mean, I mean, the third film is a guilty pleasure to me, but out of the trilogy, it's the worst one of the 3 of them. Of 3, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I like all the films. I like all the films. Obviously the original is going to be the best one. It's the OG one as well.
Unpopular opinion, I think 2 is better, but that's
damn.
I never get mad on people who say number 1 or number 2 is the
2. Well, it's because 2 is the perfect sequel. Like 2 is the perfect sequel. That's you know.
I like
T1 and T2. It's just a perfect follow-up.
Did you guys hear about that? What the third movie was supposed to be? It was supposed to be Kreese training Daniel, but he couldn't because he had a filming conflict.
That would have been so much better.
Yeah, because Robert Mark Kamen had to create a new character.
Yeah.
And Silver, in a sense, I'm actually glad.
It gave us Terry Silver.
Yeah, exactly. In a sense, I'm happy.
I mean, Thomas Ian Griffith saved that whole entire movie because boy, Daniel was annoying.
You know what the thing is that they rewrote the character because Thomas Ian Griffith knew martial arts. They rewrote the character.
Yeah.
Like that. Like
this is called the Quicksilver Brigade.
Who's just gonna be some guy?
Hell, I might even teach for free.
Oh, yeah, I need a scene of. So, what are we going to expect to see from Terry in the Slammer? We've seen what Kreese does.
I hope he goes pure. He just goes insane. I hope he just loses his mind.
I hope we just see like someone talking. I hope we see someone talking shit to him, and he just like trachea punches them.
Honestly, I think Terry Silver is going to be so petty once he gets out of jail. He gonna find out when Johnny's baby is gonna be like born, and that's when he's gonna press charges on all 3 of them, bro. Like,
damn.
Oh, so Johnny can't be there for his daughter. Oh no!
What the hell?
Hey, wait,
what the?
Whoa!
What the hell?
Come on, CEO.
See, this is the reason why I kind of want the show to end because of
yeah. What the hell is that?
Blame the weirdos.
You see, people like this make
Don't
me
give him
lose
attention. You know what? Just time them out.
Anyways, back to the point.
Attention.
It's kind of fun. It's kind of fun,
dude. Don't tell me that Terry Silver don't tell me that Terry Silver won't do that petty type of stuff, bro. Like he will arrest Johnny on his.
Danny.
Yeah.
He makes it so Johnny can't be there for another kid being born.
Yes,
that's messed up, bro.
Oh, damn,
Dude,
that would be right in the feels.
Dude, that was before the whole.
In all honesty, I don't think Silver's not going to straight up prison. He'll go to jail. He'll spend.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
and
he's gonna get out in one of the first.
You know what the excuse they're gonna make? Lack of evidence. That's the excuse they're gonna make.
Wait, so remember that theory at the end of season 5 where Silver's in the hospital? Everyone thinks he's dying. So instead of like him dying, do you think he's just like sick mentally and not sick like body wise in a way?
Oh, he's always had that thing.
I think he's
got that stuff called psychosis, where like you just not right in the head, kind of.
Well, also, I think you gotta remember the dude was like on like hardcore drugs too. Like that stuff just doesn't leave you.
Yeah, maybe it's done irreparable damage that's now caught up with him.
Yeah, it's like it's crazy because even
and he was in Vietnam, so maybe Agent Orange because that happens a lot.
Because like
it's definitely that and the coke thing, 100%.
Because the thing is, if you do like if you do too much of the cocaine and stuff, like it can actually let's just say it'll still come out in a different way if you catch my drift or whatever. That actually could happen. Like when if you overdo it in your system or whatever, it can like.
The thing is,
that is grim.
I think the whole, or you guys might have already heard, but like the whole terminal illness storyline was actually going to be included, but they cut it out. And I think they might be saving that for next season. So then, like, you know, Silver's going to try and accomplish this thing, but like he knows he's dying. So
yeah,
that might also bring around that scene why he was like, when his chef said you need the doctor, sort of, because that was kind of like, oh, is that just in the moment, or is that, you know, something to do with his illness?
So what if Silver what if Silver dies but Kreese lives or whatever? But like Kreese is like
Kreese could get close to dying. But the crazy flip is that Silver dies instead, but then Kreese lives with that, but he's redeemed. That would be
I just don't know what Kreese would do. I don't know what Kreese would do if he lived.
It would be weird because
he would be fucking eating. I knew he would be eating.
Again!
What would Kreese, like,
every time from Fast and Furious, you're always munching on something.
What would Kreese do if he lives?
I guess they could put him like in a granddad role, like Big Papa Kreese. Like, what else could you do?
Put him in an old folks' home. Like, where's Kreese gonna go if he lives? Put him in an old.
Honestly,
Kreese would literally murder them.
Okay,
dude. Honestly, I could see Kreese like getting a motorcycle and just driving cross country, bro. Like, I literally could see him doing that. Like,
yeah.
And then you could probably see like a scene with Daniel and Johnny, and they like.
But like he's still on the run from the police, though. That's the only thing. Like
he's John Kreese. He'll find a way out. He always gets himself out of situations.
I can imagine Kreese, right? He smokes a cigar, gets on the bike, goes on, and then he just has a little like epilogue about Cobra Kai never dies, and then like
oh god,
John Kreese spinoff,
and then a car comes and hits him.
The misadventures of John Kreese.
Dude, like you could just see Kreese like even look at Daniel LaRusso. You weren't that bad.
Of John Kreese.
Or you realize Bert and Nate were actually like the main characters. This was this.
Oh god! Imagine them narrating the ending.
No, or RJ pops up at the end saying, "This is my show, bitch."
No, honestly, like I could just see like if let's just say like if Kreese does like live. Like I could just see him just telling Johnny like if you ever need me, you know where to find me, and then like I could just see him like looking at LaRusso.
Damn, is that what Sensei Kim's gonna? Or Kreese is gonna do to Sensei Kim?
Yeah.
Look, if you're so worried about this son of a bitch, why don't we go down there and kick his ass right now?
Wait, what was it the other day? We were talking about Kim Sung Young being alive.
Oh yeah, that was yesterday. Yeah.
Bro, if that dude's alive, he has to
his
be
old
like,
ass would still be alive. Like,
alive? Oh God, no! Ugh, could you imagine him fighting like in a chair, going?
Dude, honestly, like I would not be surprised if he's still alive, bro. Like he's like coming down with his cane, like he's just like,
if he's alive,
Palpatine vibes. Oh dear.
It'd be like Miyagi's dad. Remember Miyagi's dad was in the bed? He couldn't do anything. It'd be like that, where he just can't like. He's
like he's gonna have the long beard, and he's just like Sensei come, Sensei. Dishonor. Yeah.
Wow. Some things never change. But you know, fucking nerds. But I tell you, you know, I can't focus, bro.
Okay, that's moving on. All right, get it together, Jacob.
Oh fuck. But yeah. What was I gonna say? There was one thing I was going to say regarding what's his face? Yes, Hawk. What are we feeling for Hawk this upcoming season? Because I
take another L.
The consensus is, you know, the L. Yeah. Oh, do you know what? Everyone just hold the L at the screen.
Oh
wait. Is everyone doing the left or are we all doing the right? What's going on here?
I don't know, man.
I can do both.
You know,
what does that even? What does this even make?
Just,
that's the Illuminati.
You know,
Illuminati.
But then again, the people with the tampons between their legs, they're not gonna like it.
Oh, Danny. We got to monetize.
I love how King's not even laughing. He's dead serious.
Well, so
sorry, kids.
Right. Aside from that,
sorry, kids.
What are we feeling with Hawk's arc going forward? Because I've heard the idea tossed around that he could be. Even I spoke about this. That he could
just remember Kenny's the better fighter.
Yeah, right. That he could potentially.
Topic, please. All right.
He could potentially be a mentor to Kenny. Shit.
I know what you're doing.
So. What are we all feeling with that? Because, you know, every character needs to get their due in some kind of way. Like, I know the bulk of Hawk's arc is done, but do you see any just dropped my phone. Do you see anything in store for Hawk that could be a good arc this upcoming final?
I think being a positive role model.
Yeah.
Bring his arc full circle.
Yeah. That's the only really thing you can do with Hawk right now, because other than that, he's not got really any other storylines going on other than the one that he had with Kenny. So
the thing is, he was never a main character, so his stories are limited in that way. But I think they can still do a lot.
Storyline peaked at the end of season 4. Like that's
good. Pretty much season 3 and 4 was like his role was heightened.
Yeah. Oh, definitely.
So like, wait. So speaking like, if Sensei Kim's students are like the baddest like people in Cobra Kai, like the baddest like people to mess around with, like, do you think that I wasn't thinking like that, but like
no, I'm not talking about you.
Oh, okay. But like, do you think like Hawk has to go back to his like season 3 Cobra Kai self in a way, like the show?
Well,
like the
me and
Strikers
Jacob, we said something about that with Robbie and Miguel.
I'm glad that you brought that up, because me and Shamun have spoken about this in the past. That if they're fighting Sensei Kim's students, because as poetic as it is that Miyagi-Do wins by the end of it, which I still think they should do, I think Cobra Kai should be the method they use to get there. Because it still stays true to the show. And I think there should be moments where both Miguel, Hawk, and Robbie, and even potentially Kenny, have moments where they embrace Cobra Kai's teachings to whoop ass. Like you basically fight Cobra Kai with Cobra Kai. And you're using, I guess you could say you're using the old school Cobra Kai from like the 80s against the traditional Cobra Kai. Like it's like the rebirth versus the original kind of thing.
I was going to tell you, just to add on to your point, what if our heroes find out this last minute? Like, you know, they have to fight Cobra, like, they have to fight, like, straight up like Cobra Kai at the tournament, like, or else they ain't winning, because they tell them straight up, oh, yeah, there ain't no rules. Like, there ain't no point, there ain't points in this thing.
Like this is like more like, yeah, just.
I'd rather them not know that they have like they think it's just a normal tournament, like, oh, okay, until, you know, when they actually get there, like, wait, what? We gotta fight dirty? Like
Yeah.
Oh, this is what we were saying as well, Danny. I was saying to you guys, like, even though like they all, you know, it's about honor and winning properly, like, what if like they have to go that route where they have to fight in a way they're not expecting, because the only way to beat those guys is like by using their methods against them, in a sense. Like Kenny knows the silver bullet. They need to learn some more stuff.
They're gonna have to see. We talked about this offline as well, Shamun, that how they can combine, like, because I think that they're gonna have to learn. They're gonna learn the what's that thing called? The silver bullet and the pressure points. Yeah.
Or like basically all the dirty, like not dirty techniques, but
the scroll,
deadly
techniques.
Basically the top trump move.
That's another thing. I'm glad you said that. All valid. That scroll has to come back, bro. The scroll, the dragon.
Oh,
thing.
the technique. I think
What is that?
Because we're at a stage now where all the characters can learn from each other.
Well,
like,
we're at a transitional stage as well, where the torch has now been passed to a point where it's like.
So RJ is going to teach everyone the silver bullet.
You've got, like, you know, we're screwed. We're at a point now where I think, Keen, piece of shit to you. Keen. It's like a little fucking poodle. We're at a point in the show where, like, Miguel's fighting adults. We're in that transitional time where just before the show is its final season, it basically sets the kids up to basically be young adults fighting adults. Like, that's the power dynamic. So, you know, with that being said, we're entering a territory space where I think, you know, if the pressure points are to be taught to them, the kids, you know, you can sell it with me now, because we're at a point where they're at that age where they might have to do it, especially with the context of the fighters they're going up against.
Ooh,
Miguel already started fighting adults in Mexico.
I thought about this when I rewatched episode 6 the other day, and you know how what the hell, Jacob? Anyway, so you know how like Devin and Tori have to team up to fight Sensei Kim? What if they combine that with the will technique? Like, they can, like, it would be like cool choreography. Like, if they do it, like, they combine, like, let's say Sam and Tori, the will technique, and then they go beside each other and stuff.
Yeah.
Wow.
Carry on, RJ.
I can't prove, mother. Oh God.
Danny's shaking his head in disapproval.
Y'all need Jesus.
Y'all going to hell, man. Y'all going to hell.
You know
Damn
what?
you.
I have one way to describe this. This is
Damn
bloody
you.
nuts. This is bloody nuts, man. This is ridiculous.
Damn you for
Y'all need
interrupting.
Jesus.
Damn you, Cody. Damn you.
This is nuts. This is not the way. This is insane.
And Jacob, you too for sending that. Man, you should have waited till I finished my point. Can you wait till I finish? I was trying to say something. Damn it. Okay. Shit.
Sorry. I might just say fuck.
You gotta carry on saying that later.
This is why.
Oh no, it was Shaboon that sent it, not Jacob. Sorry, it was
fuck you. I'm not the one that made it though. It's that boy up there from Boston.
But also, no, Cody, you're target number one.
You know what? If you sent it behind your back, you should be having to go with that mofo.
You know what? There's one thing that you deserve. Are you fighting your okay, King? Say the Kree speech. Am I fighting my enemy, my friend, whatever?
Are you fighting?
Don't say the line. All right, don't say the line. Forget it. But the point is,
say it.
Yo.
So you're fighting your friend, or are you fighting your
opponent? Are you fighting your friend or your opponent? Mr. Team.
That's actually my favorite Kreese line. That was a badass line.
That was that was cold.
Yeah, you don't deserve to talk about Kreese the way you treat him.
We know your thoughts on Kreese.
You just bashed the great Martin Cope. How dare you? How dare you? How dare you talk about Kopc? You bashed him.
Sending this to him.
Wrong,
oh gosh.
No.
He said no.
Talk about Kreese. I don't want to hear Kreese out of your mouth ever again. Talk about him. That's the Kopc goat right there. How dare you?
Wait, you want to have this debate right now?
We get back to the subject,
let's
please.
have this debate right now.
I'm with Darius on this. Can we get back to the subject, please?
No. Let's go there. All right.
Listen, I'm up to, listen. Right.
Listen here, Kenny. Listen here, Kenny. Calm down.
Listen, I speak facts when it comes to Kreese. I don't hate Kreese. I just think he's overrated.
You speak facts when it comes to Kreese. You speak bullshit.
Oh Lord. Jacob, what are we talking about now? Like,
well, I don't know anymore. We're talking about where the world's.
Season 6 is not going to be the last season. That's what's going to
Are you fighting Smurf?
I haven't heard anything from All Valley. All Valley hasn't been able to talk. Y'all guys
go.
not
Thank you, Danny. Thank you, Danny.
Come on, All Valley. What is some of your things? What do you want to talk about, man? Come on, let's go.
I'm lost at this point. I don't know.
You missed it, bro. Like,
I don't know what's going on right now. I'm just. This is that part of the stream where we're just all like brain fart. Right. Okay. So we've talked about Miguel. We talked about Robbie. We talked about Hawk. Let's talk about Chosen.
Ooh.
Right. How are we going to use Chosen this season?
Oh, he's definitely doing more.
Use it with Anthony. Use it with Anthony.
Yes, but also even on that, him and Tori as well. Like the impact that he made on Tori within just a short space of time, I think that's a prelude.
There you go.
Tori and Chosen is a very good
Chosen is going to like bury most of these guys' hatchets or whatever. He's going to.
I think Chosen just a great sensei.
Well, you could put him with
anyone that's an ex-Cobra, especially because he understands the aggression better than most. So the way he converts them to Miyagi, that's going to be huge.
Are you laughing at RJ?
I'm not laughing at anything.
I think.
Oh man.
Oreo has been shattered.
I do. This probably after the spinoff. I do wish we get to see Chosen's Academy, though. I did want to see that.
I want to see like his students, definitely.
Yeah,
all that stuff.
Or maybe some of the Cobra Kai kids go to his studio for a little bit. Yeah,
that'd be cool.
Well, if like, can you imagine Kyler?
Oh god,
you know, get that one.
Another thing they could do with Chosen is actually like, obviously they're going to have to go to Okinawa, hopefully, when it comes to the Seikai Taikai. Why don't they do a little callback to when Daniel found Robbie reading the book of Okinawa history on his bed,
it's true.
where you can see Robbie and Chosen training in Chosen's actual homeland.
I think that we're gonna get more stuff of Okinawa. Like,
oh, I am excited because I love Okinawa stuff. Like Karate Kid 2.
So much untapped potential there. Like there's a lot they could do that.
Fuck's sake.
It's like, you know, you could have Robbie McGill like go to Okinawa or whatever.
Yeah, a Step Bro family holiday.
As a bonding experience.
And then Johnny's like, so I spoke to LaRusso. He said this would be a good bonding exercise. You, Dad, we're both bonded already. Do we really need to still do this? Yes, we need to do it as a family. Yes, family. Yeah.
Oh man,
I wouldn't say quiet.
The energy just dropped again.
The random quietness is returned.
The random quietness is important. Then that's when we start talking again.
I think we can all agree though that Sam and Robbie is endgame, right?
Of course.
Damn right. Of course.
I had to spark up some debate somewhere. So
no. We'll go back to the Kreese debate. That's the debate.
You know what kind of debate?
So what's the Kreese debate? Fill me. What's the Kreese debate? Fill me in.
What the hell was that? What sound like a cat hurling?
I was just about to say, like, what should Sam's character do? Like, but no.
Nah, Sam is the GOAT, anyways.
Yeah, thank you. That's all the
Of course. It could be debated. I wouldn't go that far, but
yo.
No.
I'm not talking about you, Jake. I'm talking about this guy right here. Hey,
Who are you pointing at?
Cody,
who are you pointing at?
Yeah, this guy right here, hating on the Kreese.
I don't hate him. I just speak
Gotta
facts.
be a goddamn shame of yourself.
So can someone?
No, he
what's the Kreese debate?
He hates Anthony, but he thinks Kreese is all right. Am I right, Cody?
I don't hate Anthony either.
Nah, he has
Yes,
deeper
you do
thoughts.
hate Anthony.
You could do a whole hate video.
I ain't like a
on Kreese.
certain someone who hates Sam LaRusso with a passion.
We didn't say that. We didn't say all that.
Oh,
You're making it sound like it.
Yeah,
Why you
Cody
smile
could do
like
a
an
whole
anime
hate video
character?
on
What the
him.
hell? Well, like the dude from Monsters vs. Aliens. What the hell?
I just think Kreese is an overrated player.
So like with fighting or just in general?
I don't know what we're doing anymore.
He's a great character, but he can't fight.
Because of his age, god damn it.
No, dude, even back in the 80s, this man was 40 years old. And I
You
said,
know what? Cody does bring
grader
up a
could
good
throw.
point. Like Miyagi fought him like
Kreese
in
has
two
lost
games.
Miyagi beat both him and Silver.
You
So
gotta
no,
know,
Miyagi, Cody does have a
he
point.
was
Kreese has lost
exactly,
every major fight
Shaboon.
we've ever-
Thank you.
Kreese has lost every major fight.
It's
we've ever
Miyagi. He's
seen.
not gonna lose to Kreese.
He's not
Well,
gonna-
this is quite exciting, didn't it?
Yes, you know what?
That is just got a
Cody's
point, actually.
right. Kreese has lost every major fight we've ever seen him in.
So is he gonna lose to Silver? Yes.
But he just lost to Miyagi, though. Like,
That's
I
what I'm
mean,
saying. Everybody
Lost
loses
to Miyagi,
Miyagi.
Daniel.
No, he lost to Johnny. He lost to,
I didn't
he lost to
expect.
Johnny in season 2. He lost
No,
to
no,
Yeah,
he
sorry,
won-
Danny,
he won
but you
that
have
fight.
to
Technically, he won
assert
that
yourself
fight.
there
I
because
love
you
how
know
this is
won
just
that fight.
divulged into chaos now.
Johnny let him go. The hell are you
He
talking about?
won that fight in season.
Johnny let him go.
You can't defend those.
Danny, this is where you can't be the Kreese fanboy and accept what it is.
I've never been a Kreese fan, man. I already knew that.
He just likes
Welcome to the
Kreese.
chaos.
That
Playing
was
him, bro.
terrible.
What?
I love Kreese.
When he
He's just
punched
taking a
the
lot of L's.
windshields in Karate Kid 2, that was awful.
This is
Cody
freaking
versus
amazing.
Danny.
I love it.
Like Miyagi was like,
You know what? He's great.
First off, that whole scene just doesn't.
"Oh,
I don't know why. Like,
it's not that
like,
Martin took those punches like."
Yeah, Kreese has. Obviously
say it,
Silver's
but-
better than Kreese when it comes to fighting.
Yeah, Silver is better.
But yeah, like Martin, it's just the presence of Martin, the sheer presence of him, and the way he like delivers. You know,
I mean,
Kreese.
his
That's what
stunt
makes him
double
a great
did most of it. Like, his stunt double did everything. Like,
Like Mr. Miyagi
he's a
made
great
this man
character,
kiss
like-
the freaking canvas by grabbing him and throwing him. That little man made him kiss the mat. Like, come on, man. It's for food.
But
And
you know what's
freaking
ironic? He says
you're
off the mat.
military
Well, you went
veteran.
off the mat
You
when
let
you
this
hugged
man that's 5'4" tall grab your ass and throw you, and you're on the mat with your fucking face crunched up against the ground.
but that's
Come on,
Mr.
man.
Miyagi. That's technically God,
That's what
man.
I'm
Like,
saying. Miyagi, you're always gonna lose Miyagi though. Like,
yeah, that's the
I
thing.
know, but I'm talking about this.
No,
This man
if you
practically
use
a
Miyagi
dwarf.
I gotta ask you, when does the Karate Kid universe actually make
This
sense?
got
But
interesting,
with
doesn't
that
it?
logic, wouldn't Anthony have beaten Miyagi because he's the only one that landed the kick to the face?
I'm not saying that. I'm just saying he could have put up
Get
a
him,
better fight.
This is
I'm
definitely
just taking
taking
the piss. I'm just using the
Chris is
logic.
a great
Quite
character, but as a fighter, they have not done a great job of showing that he's
Get your
like
popcorn,
a great
guys.
fighter. That's
Yeah,
That's
I mean,
I've actually got some
flashback
popcorn.
crease has made up for it, but Martin
Yeah.
Cove crease.
Yes, Barrett Carnahan is a badass. Yeah,
Barrett made him like the younger priest badass. Yeah.
Yeah, I think they listened to the fans when they said like nothing. No offense to Martin, but like he just too slow, bro.
That's what I'm saying. It's his age.
The season
He's
2
old.
fight with Johnny.
Also, on that, like with that prison fight with like the young priest, like I do love that. Even though it's like meant
Like
to be
he rose up and it was his younger self. I was like,
Yeah, yeah,
okay.
like, I
That
also,
was
like,
smart though. It was storytelling as well. It wasn't just
yeah, of course.
It's
But
like,
I also
what is it? What are you saying?
if you
Yes,
compare
what?
Robbie's juvie fight, like Robbie's doing all these acrobatics and flips and stuff. But Kreese is old school. He's like, yeah, no, fuck the flips. No, we're
Brute
fighting
force.
old school, bare knuckle. We're going on the floor.
The man like had an old boy in the headline. He says, "What? Say what? Say it. Say it. Yes, what?
But I must say, I
Yes,
did not expect
say
a Kreese debate to spark.
Yes,
Like, out of
say
all the characters we've had debates, I didn't expect that.
I never
You know what I'll say,
Hey,
right?
come on,
You know
man,
what
back
I'll say
me
this.
up.
I'll say this, right? Cody, I don't necessarily agree, but if you have an opinion and you stand by it, I respect that. You're not like that guy down in the middle that constantly just sheepishly follows the pack. You have your own.
Follows the pack. Oh, wait a minute. You got me messed up. Hold on a minute now. I don't.
Well, you're the goat, aren't you?
I don't follow no man. I form my own opinion.
RJ, where's your season 5 review coming out again?
I was just about to say.
Yeah, we all.
This is an intervention, RJ.
When is it coming out?
You're dying for your season 5 review.
RJ, if you don't release your review
You're not.
before season 6, then you're a shambles, bro.
I'm already in shambles.
So when is your season 6 review going to come out? If you're not going to have released your season 5 review. What about the season 7? I heard you're making a season 7.
69 review. What do you mean?
69. Whoa, bro, slow it down.
Whoa.
Oh, it's a joke. Calm down. Calm down.
you already
Where's the
told us
season
enough
5
about
review?
getting off. Like,
Release
come
the
on.
RJ cut.
Yes.
Oh, yeah, copy me from the non-hockey jersey.
No.
Open wide.
Daddy.
Bring that. That's one.
See exactly TKW. Exactly, bro. Put that on the screen. Maybe RJ will do it now.
Yeah, RJ, you don't want to go too quickly.
Yeah, Mary would like to see you.
I'm not done talking. I'm not done talking. Shut your mouth.
That's what I want to say every time.
I feel like we went for like 10 minutes of just awkward quietness every now and then, and now we just can't stop arguing. This is what makes it work here with the Kings of Pop Culture, is we are very mixed in opinions.
This is why this channel does not have an expiration date. It's like unlike some other people in this community.
Damn.
And you know what? Right? I'll throw it back to a classic.
That's not the real cut.
This is the real cut. But no, I think we can all agree, and I'll say this again now that we're all here together, and I know that Evan isn't here. I know that Yinko's not here. And I know that Chris is probably in the wings somewhere. But now that most of us are here, and I said this at the start, if there's one thing that I'm absolutely so grateful for, aside from the show in and of itself, and I stand by this, is it gave me you guys.
Oh, I appreciate that.
Like like literally, the show is great, and I love the show, and it's entertaining as hell, and I'll rewatch it for years to come. But it gave me, you see, everyone who's watching this now or after the fact, these people right here, these dudes, because this extends past Cobra Kai, and Cobra Kai is always going to be the connective tissue that links all of us together. It's why he's wearing a jersey. It's why Shamoon's got the eagle fangy. Why I've got these. Adam's got that. All Valley's got the drip. Darius has
got something.
He's got an opinion.
King has his shirt. And RJ has his goat.
RJ needs a little Lego.
A Lego?
You need a little Lego figure.
Power Ranger.
Didn't you get that made?
Yeah. Oh wait, you want me to show you? Isn't that cool?
No, we need to get one. We need to get one for Ron. Get one for Ron.
Sick, isn't it? Lego Cobra Kai made it for me. Like so cool of them,
That's
and
so
they gave it
cool.
to me at Liverpool. I think Jacob didn't even have it.
Dude, they're like so spot on. They look like they actually came in a package.
Yeah.
I don't know how they do it. Like just so
It's
like
great.
the
It's awesome.
littlest details and everything.
Because I don't know, I touched on that a bit earlier on. As like, you know, even though I'm sad the show's coming to an end, you know, the Miyagi verse is far from done. You know, I've said that many times. But I do feel like, you know, one big reason that I will love this show forever is I now have brothers that I can talk whatever with. Like Cody, me and you can talk about just the most randomest thing and have for about 2 hours nonstop. Darius, Star Wars nerd. My man Shamoon, I don't even need it. Like we know, we know, we know. RJ,
we know.
Kenny to my Robbie. All Valley, you're just a badass dude. King, you're the roadie to my Tony, and then Scottish representation right down there in the corner. Like,
I'm just Scottish.
I'm Scottish.
Freedom.
Yeah, you know, and I stand by what I said with that, and that's one of the biggest takeaways for the show for me is, and it kind of dawned on me yesterday. Once I sort of finished my stream day before yesterday, I was like, man, damn, this show's given me a shitload. Like the channel,
it didn't really dawn
you
on me
guys,
2 days
like
ago.
it hit me. I was like, wow.
You have to you just did one more video.
I'll go so far as to say this. Like I don't
One
know
more video. If you got all this, bro.
I don't know where I would be if this show wasn't a thing. Because like,
yeah,
I was not in a great place when I started watching this show. Like 2020 was not a good time for a lot of different reasons.
Bruh. And I don't know about y'all, but I hated my job before this show. My God,
I hated my job.
Daddy hated everybody.
No, I don't do that shit.
No, I don't do that shit.
I don't. No, but I really like during let's just say the Jackie Chan virus. Can't say
that.
The lost years. The lost years.
The Jackie Chan martial arts pandemic thing. It was like season 3 brought us all together, and you know it was
Jackie Chan virus.
That's gotta be racist, anyways.
Never change, King, man.
I said Jackie Chan, and he's a virus on the martial arts field. So there you go. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, he takes out everybody.
At that point, you might as well call it the AP virus.
You know what?
No fucking way did you just say that?
Moving on.
Oh my god.
Moving on.
Oh god.
Moving on.
Moving on.
I'm leaving.
Yeah,
Sorry,
yeah,
guys.
yeah.
Moving on. Yeah, I stand by what I said. Is that the best gift the show ever gave me was this, and it's who knows where we'll be in 10 years. So
Yeah.
Forever grateful for this young man up here, Mr. Jacob, because he didn't really necessarily have to do this. He could have just still kept on gaming.
Off, you know.
You could have canceled
Yeah,
some of
he
these
could have
guys,
been
Netflix
like,
shows.
yeah, I really like these guys. So
All right, like
I mean, I don't really. It's all a lie. I secretly don't like any of you.
He just wants the
you're a good actor, so I can
I can believe it. You're a good actor.
You're a good actor.
I just want to clout.
Yep.
You know, Darius, you really want to say, I hate you.
But I mean, the one thing is, the one thing is that I'll say about how good I am is I don't just use you guys in a thumbnail and then like kick you out as time goes along. You know, I let you have your moment to shine, you know. And yes, that was exactly what it meant. But by and large, you know, with the show, the show's ending being upon us, you know, like we were saying earlier on, Cody, you know, fans, please enjoy it. Like, please enjoy it. Like, don't spend the next year going, oh my God, it sucks. It's trash. It's not fair. It's so
you don't like the show.
On that,
you don't like the show. Why are you still here?
Why are you still here?
Why are you still have more to moan about? You need a life.
You do indeed. Like,
Go touch grass.
Like, because again, even though the Miyagi verse could still expand and there could be spin-offs and sequels, this is the end of the main linear story. Like, enjoy this ride while it's here.
And the thing is, like,
it's done.
Oh, I've got to say something on the positive note though. Like you were saying about like how the show brought us together. I'm actually so excited, even though it's an end to the Cobra Kai series chapter. I'm excited just going into the spin-off as well, because like we're gonna watch that from day one, but all together, and sort of like I know you guys. Not like midway through Cobra Kai, it's like from the start of the next show. So like, it's gonna be even more interesting with that because you know, we have a lot of faith in
random oddbobs.
Yeah, because we sort of all met each other like after season 3, like season 4 is coming out,
and all of us sort of like very dedicated, vested interest within the Miyagi verse for very many similar reasons and very different reasons. You know, we all have that vested interest together, and that's what connects us with this show. I mean, hell.
Nah, I'm playing your schmucks.
Fuck you.
I don't like any of you.
No. I hate all of you.
I don't really like y'all.
I love doing that. I love getting all sentimental.
Do you know, I'll say that. I'll say this. Certain people are right. I can't be my own worst enemy, but all of you can be.
You can be.
It's official. Pain in my ass. Oh yeah.
Every Sunday we're dealing with this shite.
Yep, gotta censor this guy.
I mean, don't get me wrong. There's certain things that I can't say it because you know what will happen if I say it. The chat will go.
Say it.
Some things have been ruined. Some particular words. And even Evan tried ruining another serial.
If it wasn't for this guy, my life wouldn't have been the same if he didn't change that word.
Yeah, that particular word is now.
Danny. I have to say it.
I mean, I can't even eat that.
We gave Shmuel one word. He just went off with it. He said, you know what? Unlimited power.
Wait, what do you mean?
Unlimited power.
You know what I'm
talking about? Hold on. We're talking about porridge now. We're talking about porridge.
Yeah, but I'm talking about something else.
Can't view that the same anymore. You guys ruined
it's like, you know.
Actually, no, it wasn't Danny. It was this.
You know when you just hand over a card like and he takes the card and like swipes every single time. Not playing. I love you, Shibu. You're awesome, dude.
I hate you guys. But you guys ruined oatmeal.
Indeed. I used to enjoy waking up in the mornings to a good bowl of oatmeal and that or porridge. And now No, you know, like when Silver's sat there looking at his bowl, right? You know, while the guy's like clicking the thing. Like I have that same kind of a process.
Yeah, we got PTSD now because
that was the most rich people food that he was eating. Like that's like
what a random comment.
Yeah, that's what oatmeal was to us.
But it's true though.
What a random comment. Where the fuck did that come from?
It wouldn't have been my fault if old boy right here didn't eat an oatmeal cookie.
Oatmeal cookies are good.
Where did that come from?
What's going on? RJ and Danny created that. Yeah.
Created what?
The oatmeal virus. You created the oatmeal virus.
Every day I'm waffling.
Waffles ain't got to do with this. Shut up.
Blue waffles, though.
What's wrong with blue waffles?
Wait, what?
Don't even.
Oh no! What?
Really
Oh no!
Hell no!
I cut that real quick. Like waffles. No, sir. No, sir. You almost got. I remember that trick.
I am the captain.
I'm serious. Do not look that up.
Hit me with a van.
Look that up. Do not. Do not look that up. Don't
do not look that up.
Don't do it.
My God.
If you look it up, I tried to warn you. All right, don't look it up.
You were duly
right now. Look at it.
Why would I look that up? I know what it means.
No, I've got it loaded up right now.
Why you say it like that? I know what it means.
I was looking at if RJ had any dignity. That's what I was looking at.
Damn.
Oh damn.
There's only one person who, no, I can't say it. I can't say it.
No, go ahead and say it.
No, I can't say it.
Got something to say? Say it. Spit it out. Come on.
I can't say it.
Go on, spit it out.
You got quiet again. What the hell is going on?
Yeah,
I can't say it on air.
Can't say it on air. He'll get cancelled.
Can't say it. Can't say it.
All I gotta say is he does look like him.
Wait, who?
In the chat, he does look like him.
Oh.
Anyways,
you guys don't understand that.
Oh yeah, Cobra Kai eulogy.
Is that why he isn't here?
Oh Lord, Shimon.
Danny, is that why he's not here today?
Ex Adam, like he knows, like
yo, RJ did. So Evan went to Atlanta. We didn't know this.
What is wrong with you guys? Where do you find this stuff, bro?
Okay, we hit the 2-hour mark. We're officially at Crazy Town. We're at that point. We're at that point in the stream where we've reached insanity, where we're all a little bit insane.
This is the season 7.
This would be
the next Karate trilogy.
But everyone, thank you for tuning into this 2-hour stream. There's a lot in store the next couple of months. A lot of good things coming, and do enjoy. Jesus Christ Almighty, do enjoy. Y'all need Jesus. Do enjoy Jesus.
Damn.
Power of Christ compels you. Oh, he's preaching. Well, yeah, because some of you need it. But do enjoy this road to season 6. Really live in the hype of it, because once it's gone, it's gone. You know, enjoy this journey and appreciate how good of a show this is. Cobra Kai is an anomaly. I've said this before. It's an anomaly. You will not get a show like Cobra Kai for a while. Like,
also, super quickly,
yeah.
Super quickly, Netflix, please market this season. It's the final season.
Yes.
Please market this season.
If they don't, then we're gonna go right to Netflix offices on it.
Netflix, if you don't go, if you mess this up, Netflix, we're coming for you. Bro.
Give us that season.
We'll show you no mercy.
Oh my God.
There will be hell. There will be hell to pay, Netflix.
Because season 5, all the marketing was from us, not Netflix.
Yeah, we've been marketing the show better than Netflix. You Netflix.
I need Psychi.
Me and Cody as well. Alone, we promoted the show better. All of us. This whole stream has promoted the show better.
No, what like Netflix on the real though? Like, give us that season 4 type of like, you know,
that type of promotion.
That was good.
Stop canceling shows.
Oh yeah, stop canceling
shows like you're a player.
And I want character posters. I want to see
also
or stop marketing shows like Wednesday.
Sony,
anyways,
Sony Pictures.
Why'd you have to bring them up?
Why, Darius? Why every
Karate Kid reboot? Don't do it.
God damn it!
Don't do it.
The fourth Spider-Man.
I'm sorry, Darius. You know, I like every time when Darius brings up Sony, you just already know.
And thank you very much for watching. It's time to end. Good night. But yeah, before I go, a massive shout out to the one, the only Danny Watkins.
This is coming soon. Tune in on Sunday.
No, I don't do that shit.
I don't do that shit.
Man, I don't do that.
Darius, the cinema.
Put a poster up.
Yeah. Strike First Media. Look at that fresh trim. Look at that trim right there.
Oh, look at him. It looks like he's ready to get on the NBA court.
Splashing 5 threes.
About to shoot 5 threes.
Let me
JJ Redick
introduce you to Chad right here.
Chad. Oh, boy.
And a huge shout out to our bro GN for coming on All Valley. Make sure you go and follow him over on the gram. Great content, spreads good positivity, and he knows what he's talking about, unlike half the people on the platform. This man right here is a legend. This dude right here has been carrying the Cobra Kai community since the start.
Stop it.
Oh, I'm only joking. We know.
No,
We know.
wow,
we know RJ's season 5 review.
The UK community, thank you very much.
Season 5 review.
RJ season 5 review has been carrying.
Review.
Can you?
Oh wait.
Can you confirm that you will drop the season 5 review?
Oh wait, I just said RJ season 5 review has been carrying the community. Oh dear. And a huge shout out to the true Scottish representation right here, the man, the myth, the Kanan.
I am Scottish.
I'm Scottish.
Freedom, for Christ's sakes. Get out my swamp.
What's more likely to happen? RJ with Mary or him releasing his season 5 review?
I think we can use
or Celtics winning the NBA.
You know, we can use the Batman.
Celtics are winning the championship.
Yes.
They are.
Nah,
I don't know what to put my money on.
Nah, I don't think so.
What are the Patriots up to
lately?
No.
This guy don't know NBA.
Tatum and Brown choke too much. Sorry.
Damn.
Well, hope as long as Jaylen Brown doesn't play like Nicole Brown, we're all set.
Well, at least our players will stay on the court and be healthy all season.
Okay. You want to talk about that? All right.
God!
Who won a championship? Sorry. Who recently won a championship?
Thank you, everyone, for watching. Take
What was
care.
your last ring?
You guys suck
next week, because this time next week we have some great grievances
The
with our
Kings are
man
better than
James
y'all.
and pop culture
When
discussion.
is the last time you won?
Kings are better than
Because,
y'all.
all right, everyone. Bye bye.
2008.
Take
Peace
care.
out, guys.
3, 2, 1.
Enjoy.
Here we go. Ready for the chaos.
Lakers won a bubble ring.
Better than no ring since 08.
Shut up, CKW. You shut your ass up. You can shut up.
Also, Bill Russell's segregation.
Also, I don't know what anyone's talking about, so I'm gonna just end the stream.
Just in
segregation.
It's not possible.
All right.
He said sick. You said sick.
Good night, everybody.